Okay, so Devachana and Vishwaranjan, before I begin today's class, I will be continuing with the chapter nouns. Devachana, I have got a submission from your side where you have sent sentences using the genders. I have seen that. Vishwaranjan, there is no sentence written from your side. Maybe because this is your second or third class. Do the assignments, whatever is allowed. But before I proceed any further, I would like to ask you, check your vocabulary by asking some questions on things that I have taught. Is it okay, Devachana? By now, you have got a list out of which means in the list there were more than 200 words in 2 sheets, right? And you have learned the meanings. By this point of time, also you have got to know about various kinds of nouns. Is it okay if I ask you sentences, or maybe I ask you certain vocabulary based questions based on all that?
Okay, sir, I can try.
Okay. So, what do you understand by the noun prosecutor? Prosecutor. And anybody who doesn't know any word will make a note of it in his or her copy. That's the regular mandate. What do you understand of the word prosecutor? Prosecutor, prosecutor.
Sir, is
No
it
idea.
the
Hmm.
sir, is it the one who ascends the throne or goes to the next generation?
No, that's not. Yeah, Pratinshu.
One who goes against a case filed in a court.
Prosecutor is a lawyer. Write down. Prosecutor is a lawyer who fights against the criminal in the court of justice. Prosecutor is a lawyer who fight against the criminal in the court of justice. That means suppose somebody has done a crime, the prosecutor, otherwise called as public prosecutor, fights on behalf of the government, like somebody has stolen money. So the prosecutor will file the case. Are you able to understand? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, Vishwaranjan, what do you mean by the word abyss? Abbess. Abyss. I'm going to ask about nouns only, nothing else.
Sir, I think it is to make mess around us or in our environment.
So, what's the answer, Pratyakshu?
Female head of a monastery.
Yeah, that's correct. The female head of the monastery is called as an abbess. The male head of the monastery is called as an abbot. 1 minute, please. Okay. Now, next question goes to Devachana. Devachana, what do you mean by the word acclaim? ACCLAIM.
Sir, to claim something or to assert that it is true.
Okay, acclaim doesn't mean that. Acclaim means is to celebrate. Celebrate in a public environment. Okay, to what? You can say to bring glory to the name of anybody, to celebrate in a public environment. That is acclaim. Next, what is the meaning of the word adi here? Vishwaranjan. Tell them, everybody, I'm watching. Vishwaranjan, what do you mean by adi here?
Sir, to produce something.
Adhere is a verb. It does not mean to produce. Pratyanshu.
It means to follow or go according to something.
It means to follow or do according to something else. It is also means to stick to something. Okay. Devachana, use the word admission as a noun. Use the word admission as a noun.
Yes, sir. The new student took admission in the school.
That is one. Now use the same in the courtroom. That's correct. But use the same in the courtroom. Hello. भाई नमस्कार ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ଲାସରେ ଅଛି ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କଲ୍ କରିବି କି 9ଟା ବେଳକୁ हाँ speak up.
Sir,
Sorry.
can we say like the lawyer took the admission from the judge to show all the proofs?
You can say the witnesses. The lawyer took the admission. The judge took the admission from the criminal. We always take admission from the criminals actually. Now, next, Vishwaranjan, use the word. Tell me the meaning of the word adoption. ADOPTION, and make a sentence.
Sir, adoption means to adopt something, and the sentence is
Sentences. Sentences.
Sir, his adoption is made by his relatives.
This adoption is made by.
Sir, his relatives.
This adoption was taken by the relatives.
Yes.
Is it what you want to say? The adoption has been taken by the relatives.
Yes, sir.
One moment, please. It's okay. Well, the next question goes, what is the meaning of the word adverse, Devachana?
Sir, adverbs means negative.
Opposing to what is expected. Can you make a sentence?
So just let me think.
It's an adjective. Adverse is used mostly as an adjective.
Yes, sir. There are many adverse effects of using computers for long period of time.
Periods of time. There are many adverse effects of using computers for long periods of time. Okay. Now, use the word Abhankalar. AVUNCULAR. Abhankalar. Anyone? It was a new word that I discussed in the previous classes. You remember Abhankalar? Note it down. AVUNCULAR. No. Abhankalar means when you try to respect people who are junior to you. When you try to show respect to people who are junior to is called as an Abhankalar. Now, sentence example anyone can give? Speak up.
All the wise men are of one color.
All the wise men in the world are of one color. Yeah, that's correct. That means wise people generally treat youngsters with respect. Okay, fine. Thank you. What is the meaning of the word apathy? A-P-A-T-H-Y. Udiran? A-P-A-T-H-Y. Apathy.
Apathy.
Can't hear? Be louder.
The apathy means
Apathy means what?
so honestness.
The word apathy. Anyone else?
Sir, may I?
Yes, Devachana.
Trusted
Sir,
that
sir,
One
apathy means a strong desire towards something or
wrong,
something.
wrong answer. Anyone else?
feeling.
Sir,
If you can connect to the word, yeah, Bolo Vishwaranjan.
Sir, not be interested.
Yeah, that's the meaning. Did you search it in the internet or what?
No, sir. Yes.
Apathy means not interested, showing no interest in anything. It's a noun. Can you make a sentence? Can you make a sentence using apathy? He holds a strong apathy. Holds a strong apathy towards idiots. Meaning, he doesn't care what idiots do. Understand? Apathy is sometimes considered to be the nature of saints. Apathy is sometimes considered to be the nature of saints. मतलब जो सेंट होते हैं वो छोटी छोटी चीजों पर वो वरीड नहीं होते, सिंपैथेटिक नहीं होते. समझ में आ गया? That's the use. Now, question. Next noun is artisan. A-R-T-I-S-A-N. Artisan. A-R-T-I-S-A-N. Artisan. Anybody can respond. No need to call any names, because even if I'm calling names, I'm not getting answer. So what's the meaning of the word artisan? Pratyanshu is raising hand. Okay, go ahead.
Poor workers.
Artisan means the people who do art and craft. They are called artisan. Shilpi, stapati, sculptor. These are artisans. Example, sentence example. It is believed that
The British had trodden the artisans of India for centuries.
correct. The British had trodden. T-R-O-D-D-E-N. Trodden means रेंगना, पैरों के नीचे रेंगना. उसको कहते हैं trodden. So the British had trodden the artisans of India for centuries, for decades, before they collapsed India's industry. Before they collapsed.
So Leonardo da Vinci was a very great artist.
Correct. Leonardo da Vinci was an artisan and an engineer. Okay, now next noun. Okay, it's not a noun, it is a verb. Asunder. A-S-U-N-D-E-R. Asunder. Anybody can participate. A-S-U-N-D-E-R. Asunder. I'm not calling any names, okay? You just speak up. If you know, you speak up. If you don't know, you note it down in your copy. Noting down is essential, Udiran and everybody else. Okay, Pratyanshu, speak up.
Dislike.
Not at all. The word asunder, A-S-U-N-D-E-R, refers to break something into tiny pieces, small pieces. किसी चीज को छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में काट देना. That is called asunder. Example sentence, anybody? मैंने भी एक एग्जाम्पल सेंटेंस दिया था क्लास में. क्या आपको याद है? मैंने कहा था
Monday दिन अपन ऑनलाइन मामा पाइथन ना कॉल लेनी.
कॉलेज में Subhashri has reached. बोल दो. हाँ. I gave an example that The cake was a small one and the party was huge. The cake was a small one and the party was huge. So I literally sundered the cake into pieces. Subhashri, understand? I had conducted. Let's talk about that later. No?
Link copy.
No.
Link content below.
Next, going to the next part. Break something into tiny pieces. Break something into small pieces. Now, the next word is an adjective. Arid. A-R-I-D. Arid. Who can say? What's the meaning of the word arid? Lower your hand, Pratesh. It's an adjective. A-R-I-D.
Does it mean dry?
Yes. So can you make a sentence?
That it was an arid area.
It was an arid area with no tree anywhere. It was an arid area with no tree anywhere. What is the meaning of the word augur? A-U-G-U-R. Augur is a noun. A-U-G-U-R. Augur is a noun. 1 minute, please. हाँ नमस्कार. अच्छा. ସେମିତି ବି 9ଟା ବେଳେ ମୁଁ ଯିବି ସେପଟକୁ ମୁଁ ଛାଡ଼ିଦେବି କି? ତାହେଲେ ଆପଣ ପଠେଇଦେବି ଆଉ. ଠିକ ଅଛି. ହଁ ଠିକ ଅଛି. No issues. Just a moment, please. It has some there. Come again. Anyone? Augur? A-U-G-U-R? I had taught these words. That's why I'm asking. Augur means any signs of future. Augur means any signs of future. That something is about to come. It may be good or bad. It may be good or bad. You know, if it is a bad sign, we also have an English word for it. It is called omen. O-M-E-N. Omen. From that, the adjective comes ominous. O-M-I-N-O-U-S. You know that word? If you know, good. If you don't know, note it down. If it is unauspicious, if it is bad. Clear? Now, sentence anybody can make using augur. Signs about future. S-I-G-N-S. Signs about future. Finished. Next. Sentence. It's a noun. Speak.
The augur told by the astrologer can't be believed.
The augurs indicated by the astrologer cannot be believed. Okay. Next, another adjective, banal. B-A-N-A-L. Banal. B-A-N-A-L.
Sir, indicated by the
Astrologer cannot be believed. Keep your hand down, Pratyanshu. I guess as if you are the only one trying to learn words. Others are remaining silent. Because I have discussed 4 pages. Okay. Udiran is joining 2 classes late. Subhashri joining lately. But that doesn't mean others. Devachana.
Sir, I don't know.
Attention.
Without sense.
Banal. Without
Senses.
B-A-N-A-L. Banal means something which is very, very dull, not interesting, very ordinary. That is called banal. Example, banal cooking, banal dishes, banal lifestyle. Clear? So these are the words we use. The next one is bedfellow. What's the meaning of the bedfellow? It's a noun. Okay, Pratyanshu.
Sir, partner in a
A
specific
short-term partner, correct. A bedfellow means a short-term partner. Bedfellow. Bedfellow means a short-term partner. Somebody who's partnering with you for a very short time. The next word is an adjective. It is benign. Benign. Who can say what's the meaning of the word benign? I repeat, benign. Benign. Ranveer Das, you are late by 20 minutes, 25 minutes. What's the matter? Anyone remembers benign? Benign. I had given the example of cancer to explain it. If anybody remembers. Okay, Pratyanshu, speak.
Sir, pattern.
The word benign means present but not harmful. Discomfortingly present, uncomfortingly present, but is not harmful. I had given the example of a tumor. When you have a tumor, initially it is benign, but sometimes it develops into cancer. So once we have cancer or it starts harming, we use a word for that called malignant. Malignant. So benign is adjective, malignant it's its antonym. Opposite word. Benign, malignant. Next word. It's again a noun. Bravado. Bravado. Who can say what is bravado? Bravado. Bravado.
Face.
No,
Sir, to praise and appreciate somebody.
not at all. Bravado means trying to do something brave, but stupidly brave, just in order to impress somebody. किसी को impress करने के लिए जब आप कुछ too much adventurous कर लेते हो, that is called bravado. Okay. Now, can anyone make a sentence using bravado? He broke his leg when he was trying to jump off a 2-story building to impress her girlfriend. This was nothing but a bravado. Understood? So that's how you use it. The next word is a noun. We call it as cache. C-A-C-H-E. We don't pronounce it like catch. We pronounce it like cache. Yeah.
Unuseful. Hidden.
Hidden. Correct. Like we say, cache memory. In a computer, memory chip, you have cache memory, right? So that's how you use. Next, adjective. Charismatic. C-H-A-R-I-S-M-A-T-I-C. Charismatic. Root word charisma. Say.
Say it's something astonishing.
Charismatic doesn't mean something astonishes. This is something which is very, very attractive. She has got a charismatic personality. That means she has got a very attractive personality that can draw people. C-H-A-R-I-S-M-A-T-I-C. Charismatic. I had discussed in the previous word the meaning of a noun called convict. C-O-N-V-I-C-T. Convict means C-O-N-V-I-C-T. Convict. Yeah.
Sir, a person who came to danger.
Not at all.
The person who did the culprit act.
A person who has done a crime and it has been proven guilty. Somebody who has done a crime and proven guilty. Before a person becomes a convict, the person is accused. जब उसके ऊपर ब्लेम किया जाता है लेकिन अभी तक कोर्ट रूम में प्रूव नहीं हुआ, उसे हम कहते हैं अक्यूज्ड. जब ब्लेम किया गया और कोर्ट में प्रूव भी हो गया, we use the word convict. Next word, adjective, covet, covet, covet. It's a noun. Covet means a strong desire. Covet means strong desire. Next, Ranvi Das, I don't see your video turned on. What's the matter? Next, I'm going to ask something which I have taught in the exactly previous class, in the noun class when you all people were there. Now tell me the meaning of those words. Annals, A-N-N-A-L-S. Annals.
Records.
Very good. Historical records are called as annals. Example sentence, please, Devachana.
The historians found the annals of the ancient times.
Okay, correct. Another, nuptials. N-U-P-T-I-A-L-S, nuptials.
Sir, it means marriage rituals.
Perfect. Nuptials means marriage rituals. Can you make a sentence?
The nuptials will take place at the bride's house.
Correct. The nuptials will take place at the bride's house. Breeches. B-R-E-E-C-H-E-S. Breeches. Anyone can answer. No need to raise hands.
Tight pants up to the knee.
Tight pants up to the knee. Sentence.
The British officers always wore breeches.
The British officers always put on breeches. Next, I discuss assets. A-S-S-E-T-S. Assets.
Something which is
Sir, it is something which the people possess. I mean, something which we have.
Correct. Something but the people possess or have are called assets. Can you tell me the meaning of the word stone? S-T-O-N-E. Incountable, or in a noun like that, which talks about quantity.
it's a weight measurement of British.
So how much is it?
So it's 20
Pounds.
20 pounds.
Make a stone. How do you understand score? S-C-O-R-E.
Sir, it is 20.
Score means 20. What do you mean by gross?
Sir, it is 4 scores.
4 scores. 80. What do you mean by trout? T-R-O-U-T. Hint. Okay, if I give the hint, there's no point. Okay, it's an aquatic animal.
Trout. Yeah, it's fish.
Trout is a type of fish. Cod, trout, salmon, these are tuna, these are fish. What do you mean by the noun swine? S-W-I-N-E.
Sir, it means pig.
Pig.
Come again?
Pig.
Pig, right. So we say swine flu because the flu is infested. The pig is infested with the flu virus. If the singular is louse, what is the plural?
So lice.
What is measles?
Arrange.
M-E-A-S-L-E-S, measles. Measles is an infectious disease which is marked by formation of red spots on the body. It's a viral infection. Odiare kuhanti medmida. What do you mean by drought? D-R-A-U-G-H-T-S.
Sir, it is a game.
Which type of game? Football.
No, sir, like it is a board game.
So draughts are board games. What do you understand by the term mumps? M-U-M-P-S. Mumps again is a disease taku odiyare konti galua, where the cheek pouch gets swollen, and generally children put a patch on that, medicine patch on that. It is a viral disease. What do you mean by czar? C-Z-A-R.
Sir, it is a term which is used for Russian kings.
Yeah, correct. What do you understand of the word testator? Testator, testator.
Sir, one who takes oaths or someone who makes a will.
Correct. One who makes people to take oath. जब लोग प्रॉमिस करते हैं, ओथ लेते हैं, तो जो उनका ओथ लेता है, that is called a testator. What do you mean by the word preceptor? Preceptor, preceptor.
The preceptor is a teacher or an instructor who explains well.
Correct. Preceptor is a teacher who is expert at explaining something. What do you understand by the word benefactor? Benefactor, benefactor.
Sir, one who brings benefit.
One who brings benefit for others. Benefactor, benefactor. What do you understand of the word enchanter? Enchanter, enchanter.
Sir, somebody who attracts people by performing magic.
Very good. Somebody who attracts people by performing magic. Okay, so that brings me to end of today's vocabulary session. I have a very simple advice to all of you. I could only see Devachana and Pratyangshu respond well to the words that I have asked. रणवीर, हालांकि तुमने सारा क्लास किया है, लेकिन तुम वर्ड्स के आंसर्स नहीं दे पा रहे हो. इसका मतलब सिंपली ये बनता है कि तुम रिवाइज नहीं करते हो. एक चीज आप याद रखो, जब तक आप रिविजन्स को बिल्डअप नहीं करोगे, तब तक वोकैबुलरी नहीं होने वाली. And the best way to revise, how Devachana and Pratyangshu were able to answer, you had attended the class, they had also attended the class. Only thing that they did was that they revised and made sentences. उन लोगों ने revise किया और sentence बनाया. So when you make sentences, the phone is there. Tell Swamprabha that 8 o'clock somebody is going to pick her. So उदिरन, मैं फिर से वोकैबुलरी लिस्ट दे दूंगा. अगर तुम्हें सुनाई दे रहा है मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं?
हाँ सर, सुनाई दे रहा है.
अगर तुम्हें पुराने क्लास के जो 1-2 क्लास हुए हैं उसके वीडियोस भी अगर चाहिए तो मुझे बताना. आई विल सेंड यू द लिंक्स. लेकिन आपको रिवीजन कंप्लीट करना है. विश्वरंजन, द सेम एडवाइस गोज टू यू. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड?
Yes sir.
Okay, sir.
So how this is going to help you? First of all, if you have a better vocabulary, the first benefit you get is in the unseen passages. In unseen passages, there will be words with your permission. They put any. So if you have a stronger vocabulary, you can understand. Second benefit, if you have good number of words in your basket, you will be able to write better. आप बेहतर लिख सकते हो. Third benefit, if you are appearing Olympiads and similar examinations, vocabulary is where people make a mistake. वो ही गलती करते हैं क्योंकि बाकी ग्रामर तो ठीक ठाक हो ही जाता है, but vocabulary is where they fail. So learn words. The more you have, the better it is. And the words which I'm asking right now, they have an age group. You understand what's an age group? Age group means it is expected that if you are in that age group, you must know the words. And the age group is actually 11 plus. तो ये जो वर्ड्स मैंने आपको पूछा वो आपको 6ठी कक्षा तक आ जानी चाहिए. This is the international standard. So grow up your vocabulary and work on it. Ranveer Das, sir, I had network issues. That's why you joined late. But what's the reason you haven't revised? मुझे नहीं लग रहा कि आपने रिवाइज किया है. रणवीर, क्या आपने रिवाइज किया है? चित्रा, look, I'm asking, he's silent. Okay, in the previous class, we will continue with the nouns In the previous class, we discussed about the masculine and the feminine of the nouns. And we started with the numbers. We learned that there are some nouns where we add es, and we add es if the nouns end with x, sh, s, sh, z, or similar. Example: class, classes, brush, brushes, matches. The second rule we need to understand is where we add es in case of o. Jaise, if the words end like buffalo, potato, negro, we add es there. Negro, Negroes, hero, heroes, mango, mangoes, cargo, cargoes. What's the meaning of the word cargo?
Sir, goods carried on from the carts.
Goods carried upon any ship is called as cargo. Negro, Negroes, echo, echoes, volcano, volcanoes. Okay. Okay. Now there are some areas where we do not add es, like dynamo, dynamos, canto, cantos. Who can say what's the meaning of the word canto? I discussed it before.
Sir, it means books and manuscripts.
Books and manuscripts written in particular language, especially classical language, are called as canto. Canto, cantos, pano, panos, kilo, kilos. What's dynamo? Who can say what's dynamo? अरे लिखते चलो, अगर word नहीं पता, keep on scribbling. Yeah, dynamo? Dynamo is not a motor. It's a generator. It's an electricity generator. Small electricity generator is called dynamo. जब आपका कार चलता है, कार का बैटरी कार में ही चार्ज होता है. कभी आपने सोचा है कि कैसे होता है? It is because of a dynamo that is there present in the car. उसी तरह आपकी जो बाइक की बैटरी है, वहां पे भी डायनामो है. कभी अगर बाइक खुल रहा हो, स्कूटर खुल रहा हो, तो देख लेना उसे एक बार. Dynamo, dynamos. Solo, solos. Memento, mementos. What is memento?
So it is a reminder for
Or a
something.
set of memories.
A token of reminder. It's a token that reminds you of somebody or something. That is called memento. Photo, photos. Logo, logos. Ratio, ratios. Quarto, quartos. What is quarto?
So it is half of the paper.
Correct. It's the size of a paper. Half of an ordinary size paper is called as quarto. Commando, commandos. Now, sometimes we replace Y with IES, like baby, babies, army, armies, lady, ladies, stories, stories, cities, cities, pony, ponies. What is pony? Pony means?
Sir, here it refers to the baby of a horse.
Pony means a horse, right? Now, next one. Sometimes we have F or FE, we change it to VES, like thief, thieves, life, lives, loaf, loaves. What's the meaning of the word loaf? L-O-F?
Sir, a
Piece of bread. Half, halves. Sheaf, sheaves. What's the meaning of the word sheaf?
Layer.
Sheep means S-H-E-A-F.
Layers.
In?
In case of rocks.
Yes. We use the word sheaf for rocks, sandwiches, like that. Also patty, you can say. Paratha. Wife, wives, calf, calves, knife, knives, elf, elves, wolf, wolves, leaf, leaves, shelf, shelves, self, selves. Sometimes we add only S even if in case of F. What's the doubt you have, Devachana?
Sir, can't we say sheaf of documents, like when the number of papers are tied together?
Can say if the number of papers are tied together into one document, you can. Dwarf, dwarfs, hoof, hooves. What is hoof? H-O-O-F.
Sir, the howl of
Is it? HOF.
nail,
Hoof is the nail of a horse. Hoof is the nail of a horse. So from there we have hooves. Scarf, scarves. What is scarf? What is a scarf? SCARF. रणवीर दास तुम लिख रहे हो मीनिंग कहाँ लिख रहे हो दिखाओ थोड़ा कहाँ पे लिख रहे हो दिखाओ थोड़ा कहाँ पे लिखा है दिखाओ Get out of the class. Bye-bye. Scarf, scarves. Sheaf, sheeps हो गया. What do you mean by scarf? SCARF?
that is
sir, a
one
type of cloth which is used in winter season.
It's a muffler that you wrap around your neck. It's a muffler that you wrap around your neck. We call it as a scarf. Wharf, wharves. WHARF, wharf, wharves. Who can say what's the meaning of the word wharf?
Sir, it is a platform where the ships come.
Yeah, it is a platform where the boats or the ship get attached. It is basically made up of wood. Wood se bana rehta hai, something which goes into the river, goes into the water, and then the ship, people who want to go to the deck of the ship, they take that up. That's called wharf. Okay, if it is understood, this also we studied in the last time that sometimes we have F ending words, but we do not put VES there, like chief, chiefs, gulf, gulfs, safe, safes, cliff, cliffs, proof, proofs, handkerchief, handkerchiefs. Then we learned about that there could be irregular plural, जहाँ पे plural और singular बदल जाता है. जैसे man, men, goose, geese, woman, women, mouse, mice, foot, feet, louse, lice, tooth, teeth. There could be ox, oxen, child, children. Now, here are some words we learnt last time that they have singular and plural without any difference. Matlab, whatever is the singular, the same is the plural. Like swine, sheep, deer, cod, trout, salmon, aircraft, spacecraft, series, species, pair, dozen, score, gross, 100, 1,000, etc. So these are the words where singular and plural both are alike. Okay, so now let us go further. We learned about the compounding of the words and how we make a plural of that. Like commander-in-chief becomes commanders-in-chief.
Sir, here is a difference between following.
Commander-in-chief, commanders-in-chief. So these are all what we learned last time. Today, let us discuss some more. Now look, some nouns have two forms for plural. This is something which I hadn't discussed. Have I discussed this part? No, I haven't. These are certain words which are taken from foreign languages. Like this one is Latin. Latin is the language of which country? Latin is the language of Rome. This is a classical language. In India, we had Sanskrit. In Rome, we had Latin. So many words which are used today in English are actually taken from Latin. One of them is erratum. What is erratum? Erratum means an error, and errata is the plural. Similarly, formula, the plural could be two. They could be formulae or formulas, formulas or formulae. Next, index, indices, index, indices, memorandum, memoranda, radius, radii, like many radius. In a circle, there could be infinite number of radii. What is memorandum? Who can say? And what is index? Udiran, can you answer?
So what? Say index.
I'm asking both. What is index? What's the meaning of the word index? And what is the meaning of the word memorandum?
The memorandum is say memorize something.
Before
Come again?
Try to memorize something. Memorandum is
Memorandum is not a memorize something. Memorandum is a formal letter given to somebody, an officer, to remind somebody of something. For example, you had requested something to the collector. Now you are giving a memorandum to remind him, sir, this is the request we have made. Please take some action onto that. So memorandum, plural is memoranda. It is something as a document which is there to remind somebody or a group of people about anything. What is the meaning of the word index?
Sir, it is the points about first the content.
Correct. It is a pointer. It is a very short expression about what are the things. So index, indices. Next word, terminus. What is terminus? Terminus means endpoint.
Minute.
Terminus means endpoint. So it may have many meanings. Like for example, if there is an airport, the airport has many termini. Terminus, termini. Okay. So airport has many termini. Next one, from Greek, axis. What is axis?
Sir, a center point.
Axis is an imaginary line around which a rotation occurs. Axis is an imaginary line around which the rotation occurs. It could be also any hard thing. Okay. What is parenthesis? Like you have a wheel, you have axis. You have axis, north and south axis of the Earth's rotation in geography. Parenthesis meaning,
Sir, can I say?
yeah, speak up.
Sir, a closing bracket.
Correct. Parenthesis means closing brackets. Crisis. Crisis. Hello? Okay, crisis. Hypothesis. Okay, first tell me what is crisis?
Danger.
Does it
Any danger, anything which brings a risk. Yeah, an unstable situation, a shortage, a danger, a risk. This is called crisis. Then hypothesis.
sir, something which is possibly proved to be true?
Very good. Hypothesis is a statement that is to be proven to be true. It comes out of logical conclusion. A statement that probably could be true. That is called hypothesis. Plural, hypothesis. Basis. What do you mean by word basis? BASIS, basis. Basis means foundation. Basis means foundation. You have no basis for this argument. Pakistan has no basis to carry a nuclear attack on India. That's the meaning. Phenomenon, meaning
Sir, destructive.
phenomenon means a change, nothing like disruption. Phenomenon means a change. So plural is phenomena. Earthquake is a geographical phenomenon. Plural, phenomena. Analysis. One is SIS, another SES. Analysis means ANALYSIS, analysis. Examining.
Deeply.
Correct. The next word is, okay, you have heard the word criteria ever?
Yes.
It comes out of the root word criterion. CRITERION. If there is only one, we say criterion. If there are many, criteria. When you are doing a comparison, you take care of criteria. But if you have only one, then we'll say criterion. कंप्यूटर में जो फीड किया जाता है क्या कहते हैं उसे? डेटा. Data. It is plural. Singular is datum. DATUM. अगर एक byte of datum आप put कर रहे हो, that is datum. And if there are many, it is data. So these words are there. Some more words come from Italian. Bandit. What is bandit? Lutera. So the plural would be banditi. Madam. The plural form of that is mesdames. Or today we use madams. The other words could be monsieur and messer. Now, some words have come from Hebrew. Cherub, cherubium, seraph. These are basically the priests of Hebrew religion. Okay. Now, going further,
So what does it mean by monsieur?
Monsieur is basically an unmarried lady.
Okay.
Okay, now let us go further. Some words here. Brother, brothers, son, sons. Now here you mark that we have two meanings of the plural or two plural forms. One is brothers, another is brethren. तो अगर कहीं पे आपको brethren मिले, don't get confused. Like, we are all brothers. Brethren means members of a community or a society. Like, all the Muslims of the world consider themselves to be brethren. मतलब दुनिया के जितने भी मुस्लिम्स हैं वो एक दूसरे को अपना भाई मानते हैं instead of any boundary. ठीक है? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? This is a member of community. Cloth. इसके दो plural आते हैं. One is CLOTHS, cloths, which means pieces of cloth. Another means clothes, CLOTHES, which means garment. So there are some cloths lying on the floor. इसका मतलब नहीं है
साड़ी दुपट्टा
रेडीमेड कपड़े, इसका मतलब है छोटे छोटे टुकड़े. Can I have some cloths to clean my bike? तो तुम्हें कौन आनी वो साड़ी दो, तुम साड़ी देने हो वहां पे, ठीक है, तुम वहां पे छोटे छोटे टुकड़े लाकर दोगे. तो there we say CLOTHS. Vishwaranjan, Udiran, do you understand?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Die, it becomes dice. Another is dice. DIES means stamps. This die doesn't mean, wo marna. Here it refers to color. So one meaning is dice, DIES, stamps for coining. Like you might have seen, this is a dice, okay, seal, a kind of seal. Similarly, you can have different types of dice, but dice are generally made up of metal, hard metal. जब coin को mint किया जाता है, उसको dice में इस तरह डाल दिया जाता है. While DICE is a cube, Ludo dice. Next, index, indices, you know that. Indexes, indices. Indexes matlab table of content in a book. For example, whatever. Then indices. This is signs used in algebra. You might have used this. Algebra. Okay. The other meanings are also there. Next, for example, I say stock market indices. Stock market indexes नहीं कहा जाएगा. Stock market indices. So here it refers to the signs of the stock market growing or reducing. Penny, pennies, plural. Here pennies means number of coin. White pence refers to amount in value. तो कभी अगर आपने पढ़ा होगा ना कोई इंग्लिश स्टोरी, तो वहां पे लिखा होगा he asked for 10 pence. 10 pence, PENC. तुम सोचोगे कि ये क्या है. एक्चुअली जब वो कॉइन बन जाता है, मतलब कॉइन इन द सेंस अमाउंट ऑफ मनी, तो बन जाता है PENCE. और जब हम उसको कॉइन की तरह लेते हैं, काउंटेबल कॉइन्स, वो बन जाता है pennies. Understood? Okay, now some nouns have two meanings in singular but only one plural. कभी कभी सिंगुलर मीनिंग अलग होता है, जैसे लाइट, लाइट. लाइट का एक मतलब है रेडियंस. एग्जाम्पल, जीसस केम एंड देयर वाज लाइट, मतलब बत्ती जला वहां पे, दैट वाज रेडियंस. ओके. टर्न ऑन द लाइट मतलब लैंप. पीपल, पीपल. One people means log, men. Another people means nation. So peoples from 192 countries here means people means community, the nation states, citizens. Powder, powder. One powder means dust. Another powder means homeopathic medicine or drugs, like narcotic drugs. Practice, practice. Narcotic. Brown sugar, cocaine, heroin, which all these intoxicating people take. Snuff, okay, for being intoxicated. Next, practice, practice. One meaning of practice is habit. Another meaning is exercise. Exercise of a profession. जैसे I say medical practice. एडवोकेसी प्रैक्टिस. इसका मतलब क्या है, वो हर रोज जाकर एडवोकेसी करता है. इसका मतलब यह है कि वो एडवोकेसी प्रोफेशन में है. अंडरस्टूड? सम मोर नाउन यूज. कस्टम. अच्छा, लुक एट दिस. हियर दे हैव वन मीनिंग इन सिंगुलर एंड टू इन प्लूरल. जैसे कलर. कलर का मतलब है ह्यू. जैसे ग्रीन इज अ ह्यू. ह्यू, यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज ह्यू?
Hues means different types of colors.
We have three basic or primary colors. When you mix them, you get hues.
Yellow, blue, red.
RGB, red, green and blue, they are primary colors. They are the only colors. And when you mix them together, you get hues. It could be bottle green, it could be crimson, red, or whatever. Right? various forms of red, various forms of yellow, etc. Now, the meanings of colors are one is hues, another the flags. I'm giving a sentence. We could see the colors of our enemy from far. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि तुम टेलीस्कोप पकड़ के उनका स्किन कलर देख रहे हो. इसका मतलब ये है कि तुम उसके फ्लैग देख पा रहे हो. So colors means flag. Triranga, tricolors. Tricolors or tricolor?
Tricolors.
Confused.
Tricolors.
We'll have to keep it.
Tricolor.
We have to keep it.
Tricolor.
The tricolor.
Because one flag.
The tricolor. And when we are multiple Indian flags waved,
Multiple.
for example, Independence Day parade is going on, then you can say tricolors. Clear?
The Italian flag is also tricolor.
Yes, you can call that, but we talk about India. Customs. Customs has two meanings. One is habits.
Yes.
Another is the charges taken in the port. जब कोई शिप आता है ना वहां पे customs duty लगता है. That's called customs. Understood? Example sentences. Marriages are conducted in India following proper customs. ये क्या हो गया? Ritual. The customs duty was too high. Now there is a customs and tariff war going between America and China. You know that? ट्रम्प का दिमाग थोड़ा मतलब जो भी है वो चाइना के ऊपर वो लगाता जा रहा है और चाइना भी लगाता जा रहा है. 125% custom and tariff. China is saying 184% custom and tariff is going on. Next, effect. इसका plural है effects. One effects is result, another effects is property. One effects is result, another effects is property. Example, result का तो समझ में आ गया, right? जैसे for example, I told him many times to remember the words, but I had no effects. There was no effect, so it is result. But what about effects and a sentence of property? How do you use it in property? Well,
The effects of his house were burned.
we can use like that, yes, but he inherited the effects. He inherited the effects on will. On will. Will matlab?
Ichha.
Hmm?
Last.
Will means a document. उसे कहते हैं इच्छा पत्र. When a person is about to die, वो एक एडवोकेट को बुलाते हैं और अपनी इच्छा उनके साथ प्रकट करते हैं कि देखो मेरे बेटे को ये देना और इसको लात मार के भगा देना. ये जो वो लिखते हैं that is called as a will. WILL. तो will का दो मीनिंग है. एक है तीन मीनिंग है. एक है हेल्पिंग वर्ब I will go. सेकंड है will मतलब मेरी इच्छा. तीसरा है will as a document. तो यहाँ पे मैंने जो सेंटेंस कहा he inherited his effects by will मतलब will में उसने अपना प्रॉपर्टी पाया. manners तो two meanings. One manners is methods. Correct your manners and you will reach the outcome of the chemical reaction. You'll reach the product of the chemical reaction. मतलब यहाँ पे क्या बन रहा है? Method, तरीका. Another manners is behavior. Learn manners. हर कोई इससे को सिखाता रहता है. Next one. Morals. One morals is moral lessons. We always hear a story and we learn some morals, right? The next meaning morals is example.
The moral of a society should be strong.
As morale, not morals. Conduct means behavior. Conduct means behavior. So how do you say that? We know a gentleman from his morals. We know a gentleman from his morals. Next one. Numbers. One numbers is quantity. Another numbers is figures. Figures in the sense you understand? Verses matlab songs, music songs. Count the numbers, quantity. I love British romantic numbers. मतलब British romantic poems, British romantic verses. What's your favorite number? We ask each other. I love Brian Adams. लोग बोलते हैं अब number मतलब यहाँ पे it numbers means song. Clear? No, verses means poems. Now coming to sufferings. One meaning of sufferings is sufferings, you understand? Another means care. I have taken all the sufferings, right? I have taken all the sufferings to bring you this item in an intact condition. मतलब क्या है? मैंने सारा केयर लेकर तुम्हारे पास में इस चीज को ठीक ठाक पहुंचा रहा हूं. Got it?
I understood it as I took all the pain.
Not pain always. It is always care also, right? Next one. Premises. One meaning is premises मतलब proposition. Preposition नहीं, proposition. प्रपंच हिंदी में कहा जाता है. कोई बताएगा प्रपंच क्या है? What is a proposition? Keep your hand down. वो हमेशा उठा रहे. That's the problem. I want everybody to participate. What is a proposition? Okay, speak. Not at all. Proposition means prapanch, means a proposal or a statement. When you begin a debate, you begin with a statement. Should women be killed? It's a proposition. And the answer is like, yes, they should be. No, they shouldn't be. These are positive or negative propositions. Just giving examples.
So what is the difference between proposition?
Yes. Most of the times, prapanchas are used for malicious motives. That's why the term has been going on. But proposition is a statement, okay? So one meaning is premises. Example, I checked all the premises of the argument. Matlab, I took all the statements of the argument. Let's say you have heard this kind of logical reasoning, right? All birds are dogs, all dogs are umbrellas, all umbrellas are pens. If so, then in rain, what do you take?
Pens.
Repeat, pens. Because all umbrellas are pens. So I checked all the premises of the argument. समझ में आ गया? Next one. Another meaning is premises like building. If you enter anyone's premises without the permission, you may be arrested for trespassing the house. किसी के अनुमति के बिना उसके premises में घुस जाना आपको अरेस्ट करवा सकता है. ठीक है? Next one, quarters. ये बताया आपको. One quarters is like 1/4. Another meaning is living. There's a residential quarters, government quarters.
It is one for the house.
No, not like that. It is created. Just next one, spectacles. What is spectacles? Already you know one. Eyeglasses. Another meaning is spectacles is like beauty, sights. I was really amazed at the spectacles of the Himalayas. That's how. From spectacles comes spectacular. Letters. You already know. Letters is letter. Are A, B, C, D, E, F. Another is what you write. Okay. Grounds.
Also, letter is letters.
He's a man of letters. मतलब ABCD से बने हैं.
Letters.
मतलब वो पढ़े हैं. Okay, he knows well. Next one, grounds. One ground mean the land attached to the house. Okay. Second ground, reason. Do you have any grounds? To give him capital punishment? Do you have any grounds to give him death sentence? मतलब क्या तुम्हारे पास कोई basis है, कोई reason है? Another meaning is dredges. Okay. Okay. So now let us go to the next part. Basically, the instruments which Scarve any fertile soil. That's called dredges. Okay, so grounds. That's the meaning. Next go. Air. Acha. Now look at this use. Air and airs.
Sky.
One air is atmosphere. Airs means affected manners. I'm giving sentence examples.
Yes.
He always throws airs wherever he goes. मतलब
Boasts.
उड़िया में भी हम बोलते हैं वो जहां भी जाता है उड़ाता है. क्या समझे? नहीं समझे? जुआड़े जाए हाँ सॉरी जुआड़े भी जाए पवन उड़ाए. बुझेला नहीं? Somebody who tries to affect others with his false manners. That is called airs. The same. It may be attracted, it may be also repudiating. I may not like it also. Right? So this is airs. Example. Politicians, whenever they go for a rally, they throw airs. Samjhe? Now, goods, goods. What is goods?
Trade.
Trading, merchandise.
Trading.
Any
Trading products.
products, right? We are procuring our goods for manufacturing from ABC company. Compasses. What are compasses?
Sir, take means cover an area, range.
Whatever you call it to be compass, it should be called compasses. It's an instrument from drawing circles. Are you use it in the geometry box because there are two.
Rounder.
Rounder. Okay. So that rounder okay, has two legs. That's why they should be called plurals, compasses. All right. We have two types of compasses actually. One is a circular or a rounder. Second one is a divider. Divider with two pins.
Yes, sir.
Direction device. Direction.
No. Direction that is compass. COMPASS. I'm talking about geometrical instruments. Respects. Respects doesn't mean many respect. Respect is uncountable. When I say respects, it means compliments. Like if you meet the bride and the groom, give my respects. तमने कौन जाएगी तुम पातो छीवो. इसका मतलब नहीं कि उनका पैर छूना है. इसका मतलब उनको कॉम्प्लीमेंट देना है कि अच्छा आपकी शादी अच्छी रहे. Then comes physics. Physics means medicine. From this word comes the word physician. It's iron. Irons. Iron, you know metal, but when it is irons, it means fetters. Fetters means chains, handcuffs. Chain and handcuffs. Handcuffs, hatkadi, bedia. Isko कहते हैं fetters. Okay. So example. Dara Shuko was dragged in the streets of Delhi in irons. समझा गया? दारा शुको कौन था? औरंगजेब का भाई था जिसको कि औरंगजेब मारना चाहता था. मार भी दिया. He was dragged in the streets of Delhi in fetters. Means in irons. Because Aurangzeb hated him. Dara Sukho believed in Hindu gods and Hinduism, but Aurangzeb was a fanatic Muslim. That's why. Forces. Already you know forces. आजकल बहुत चल रहा है. Pakistani forces are on high alert. Indian forces are on high alert. So here the word forces refers to troops. Got it? Okay. Now, some interesting ones in the noun use. Dot your I's and cross your T's. Let me give you sentence examples here. There are more E's than A's in this page. Meaning?
There are more letters.
There are more words which start with E than the words which start with A.
Like for example, somebody is writing a word and writing something, and here he's using the word formula in plural, and he's writing formulas. I applied the formulas, the result didn't come. The formulas were applied. So now you give a comment. There are more e's or a's than e's in this page. Understand?
Yes,
Number 2.
sir.
Dot your i's and cross your t's.
Dot your eyes.
This is an English idiom. Idiom, you understand? This means, which is called as tikki nikki kariki dekhiva, means carefully check it for every minor details. Clear?
Dot your
Like generally students hate the teachers who go for dotting the i's and crossing the t's. Yes or no?
I write.
सर मैंने ऐसे लिखा था, ये क्या आप इतना देख रहे हो?
I write Calion instead of Cation.
Many people, and when I check it seriously, I just cross them. सर ये थोड़े ना ऐसे दिखते हैं, ऐसे देखते हैं, ठीक है? Add two fives. Strict checking is helpful because that makes you know. I will tell you something. Correction is something which everybody needs. Now, if you are not allowing yourself to be corrected, it means there has been some ego within an individual. Look, I am working for a very long time as an English teacher. I also have my English teacher, right, from whom I studied. He is a very respected teacher in Odisha and very knowledgeable man. He is a man of letters. Why? Man of letters. So why? Because he's a voracious reader. He reads a lot. One day,
Sir, ସବୁ homework ସରିଯାଇଛି sir ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ ଦେଇଥିଲେ ଅଧା ଅଛି sir କରିବି
बाहर टिके बुलिए से 5 मिनट पुଣି ଥରେ କରିବ जा
sir ଆगे ଯା
क्लास नोच
sir ସେ Chinese secret କରିବା paper ଯାକ
you can come to this room and sit, attend the class, come on, you learn something. So now what happens, I was once in this particular academy. My teacher doesn't write much in the sense he doesn't write too many books. One day he came with one of his articles and told me, Pradipta, see, I have written something, can you check it? I was ashamed, I was embarrassed. I said, may I check karu? I have learned English from you and you are telling me to check yours? You are so humble. And he told something. He told one sentence. He told, we all need corrections in life and letters. हम में से हर किसी को जिंदगी में अपने लिखावट में और अपनी जिंदगी में करेक्शंस चाहिए. If we think at any point of time that we don't need any correction, probably ego has climbed our head and we are not able to see.
Sometimes it maybe it's not ego, but you out of fear you don't want to get it corrected.
That's again an ego. What's the fear is all about? Loss of reputation. It's called loss of reputation. Fear may have different forms. Shyness is a fear.
yes
Right? Loss of reputation makes people shy. Okay, continue. Let's go. So add 2 5s and 4 2s. How much it becomes?
18.
12, 18. Now, look at this. The Miss Smiths. What is the meaning of this one? Miss Smiths?
The lady containing the title of Smith.
Maybe there are 2 sisters. Subhashri. Divided attention will not help you. So Miss Smiths means the Miss Smiths. It is not Miss Smith. 2 people are there. So when there are 2 people, we are making it like sisters. Look, the Miss Smiths have come. Matlab 2 sisters have come together. We can, twins, normals, you can call also mother and daughter, doesn't matter. But in case of mother and daughter, we shall not use Miss.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Sisters will be more appropriate. Remember, abstract nouns have no plural. Devachana, say.
Sir, in the previous rule number 46, is it necessary to use the article the?
Because it talks about the family name. Like you might have seen that people write their names on the surname on the wall of their buildings near the gate. The
Yes, sir.
Kanun Gurus, the Mohantis, right? So when you are talking about the family with the surname, then we use the before it. For example, the Gandhis. ये घर महंती फैमिली का है तो बोर्ड आप कैसे लिखोगे छोटे में
Sir, the Mohantis.
Can you go with the punctuation, please?
Sir, Mohanti apostrophe S.
ये होगा
So why it
But
is like
it's written Mohanty apostrophe S.
मैं ये जो बता रहा हूं इसको सुनो द महांतीज इसलिए होगा क्योंकि ये महांती के जितने भी सरनेम हैं उन सभी का घर है दैट्स व्हाई महांतीज फर्स्ट इज प्लूरलाइज्ड देन apostrophe okay and when I say the mahanti हाँ but we don't use the there if I read mahantis it does not refer to their house it is a pronoun but not in possessive case it's not a pronoun it's a noun but not in a possessive case abstract nouns have no plural hope charity love kindness but when such words do appear in plural they are used as countable like provocations what do you mean by provocations what do you mean by kindnesses act of kindnesses repeated sentence बनाओगे तभी जाकर समझ में आएगा
What is provocation?
I have given up on him after the kindnesses I have shown to him. What is the meaning of the sentence, Zoeshri? I have given up on him after showing kindnesses to him. मैंने एक बार दया किया दूसरे बार किया तीसरे बार किया मतलब आई एम काउंटिंग हाउ मेनी टाइम्स आई हैव बीन काइंड उसके बाद मैंने उसको छोड़ दिया समझ में आ गया अभी so if we are talking about incidents or acts of any uncountable noun there plural is allowed provocations what do you mean by provocation comes out of the root word provoke provoke उत्तेजित करना उकसाना instigate encourage to do something wrong so provocation एक बार हुआ provocations means plural so many times you provoked so you say provocations example sentence
So
instigation INSTIGATION
The constant provocations encourage the people of India for national movement.
correct the constant provocations by Gandhi encouraged Indians to go for national movement India should not surrender to the provocations raised by Pakistan for a war. ठीक है? You are counting provocations by Pakistan. Next, some substances are uncountable because they are material now. Copper, iron, tin. लेकिन इसका भी plural होता है. जैसे coppers. Coppers मतलब copper coins. Irons, मैंने अभी कहा था, fetters, chains, tins, tin cans. Why are you throwing the tins away? Woods, forest, jungle. He went into the woods. He went into the woods means he went into the jungle. He went into the forest. Huh? Put
he went.
He went into the woods. मतलब वो जंगल के अंदर गया। आप यहाँ पे एस हटा दो, क्या बनता है? ही वेंट इनटू वुड, मतलब लकड़ी के अंदर घुस गया, थोड़े ना होता है, राइट? सो आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड। नाउ वी विल क्विकली टेक अप। मैंने इतना सारा आपको बताया, अगर आप इसको लेकर सेंटेंस प्रैक्टिस नहीं करेंगे, मैं आपको गारंटी दे रहा हूं आप एक हफ्ते में भूल जाओगे। So you have to make sentences, and which ones? The most difficult ones. जो आपने अभी नया सीखा, उसको जब तक आप सेंटेंस नहीं लिखोगे तब तक आपके दिमाग में नहीं बैठने वाला। तो यहाँ पे एक आलसी लड़का बैठा है अभी तक, उसका नाम है विश्वरंजन। विश्वरंजन, आर यू राइटिंग द मीनिंग ऑफ द सेंटेंसेस?
Sir, the last ones.
So please show me the first ones. Turnover. Turnover. Spelling of breeches is breeches. Breeches. Nuptial is nuptials. Nuptials. Chalo. So Ranveer Das, you have rejoined. आपने कॉल किया था, आप रिजॉइन किए हो?
यस सर।
हाँ, मैंने आपको क्लास से क्यों निकाला?
They didn't write the vocabulary.
और उसके लिए नहीं निकाला। वे तो लाइक उदीरन आधा लिख रहा है, आधा नहीं लिख रहा है। रणवीर आधा लिख रहा है, सॉरी क्या विश्वरंजन आधा लिख रहा है, आधा नहीं लिख रहा है। उसके लिए मैंने नहीं निकाला। आई रिमूव्ड यू आउट ऑफ द क्लास बिकॉज यू लाइड। समझे आप लिख नहीं रहे थे, लेकिन आपने कहा कि मैं लिख रहा हूं। मैं गलत हूं? am I wrong?
No, sir.
I don't see. I'm a different kind of teacher. I don't blame you if you are weak. अगर आपको नहीं बन रहा है, आपसे नहीं बन रहा है, मैं उसके लिए गुस्सा नहीं होता। मैं गुस्सा तब होता हूं जब अगर आप में इंटीग्रिटी की कमी रहती है। You need to be honest. You need to be truthful. You need to do what you need to do. अगर मैं आपके पास पढ़ाने के लिए बैठा हूं और मगर मैं अभी मूवी देखूं, चलेगा? चलेगा क्या?
No, sir.
क्यों नहीं चलेगा? मैं कर सकता हूं आराम से, बिलीव इट। मैं बोलूंगा अच्छा तुम खोलो, बुक खोलो, पढ़ो। अच्छा देवाचना पहला पैराग्राफ पढ़ो, उदीरन दूसरा पैराग्राफ पढ़ो ग्रामर का, और रणवीर तीसरा पैराग्राफ पढ़ो। मैं ऐसे पढ़ा भी सकता हूं, लेकिन और उसमें मैं क्या करूंगा? मैं मूवी देखूंगा साथ ही साथ ऑनलाइन। क्वेश्चन इज दैट एम आई ट्रूथफुल टू व्हाट आई एम डूइंग? तो अगर मैं कोई काम ट्रूथफुल होकर कर रहा हूं एज ए टीचर, तो एज ए स्टूडेंट भी आपको अपना काम ट्रूथफुली करना है। पहली बात तो यह है रणवीर, आप उदीरन, शुभश्री वगैरह वो नए ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं। विश्वरंजन भी 2 ही क्लास से ज्वाइन कर रहा है, लेकिन रणवीर आपने पहले से ही क्लास किया है, डे 1 से। फिर भी आप सफिशिएंट एफर्ट नहीं दे रहे हो लर्निंग के लिए। अब कुछ भी रीजन हो, मुझे नहीं पता, लेकिन अगर आप नहीं दोगे ना, लर्निंग भी नहीं होगी। Guaranteed. On a piece of paper I can write it with a stamp and seal and signature and date. कुछ नहीं होने वाला, पक्का। लर्निंग तभी होता है जब आप लिखते हो, because the brain learns that way. Quickly we will right now cover a lesson on quick grammar called as noun cases.
Excuse me, sir.
Speak up.
Sir, could you please repeat the meaning of provocation?
Provocation means encouraging somebody to do something wrong. Uskana.
Okay.
Now, what is a case of a noun? You have bottle here. Want? Okay. Odia grammar you people understand, Hindi grammar you people understand, Sanskrit grammar you may understand. What is the difference between Shabd and Pad? Tell me.
शब्द में विभक्ति आने से उसे पद बोला जाता है। शब्द में विभक्ति आ जाने से उसे पद कहा जाता है।
Okay, any easier way of explaining things? Don't talk about karak, vibhakti, pratyay. I'm not talking about that. Any easy way of explaining what is shabd? Shabd is a word. What is pad? When a word is used in a sentence, that form is called pada. Means I take a word, जैसे मैंने लिया रमेश और उसके साथ मैंने जोड़ दिया रमेश को, रमेश का, रमेश से, तो मैं अभी उसको पद बना रहा. Are you able to understand what I mean? The same logic applies on English grammar. So nouns, when they are used in different parts of the sentences, they are called as the case of a noun. Are you clear? Now, what are the common cases of the noun? The first case of the noun is called as subjective case or nominative case. So, Udiran, what do you mean by subject?
The subject.
Yes, sir.
Sir, a person who doing the work.
A subject could be a person who does the work, but there could be sentences where the subject will not be doing any work. For example, if I write a sentence, there is a book. Who's the subject here?
Sir, the book. So there is a book.
Book.
The book.
Is the book doing anything?
No, sir.
So a subject in a sentence is that word which is the doer of the action or about which the sentence is. Sentence जिसके बारे में है या फिर जो sentence में काम कर रहा है वही subject है. Are you able to understand? So when I say there is a book, the entire sentence is about the book, and there is a place adverb. There is a place adverb.
Can the existence be considered as action?
Yes, we can consider them to be an action too.
So is
Now going to the next part, unnecessary. The next part is objective case. It is also called as accusative case. When the noun is used as an object of a sentence. Now can Subhashri tell me what do you mean by object of a sentence? Devachana, what is an object of a sentence?
Sir, an object is the receiver of the action.
Good. An object is the receiver of an action. So if there is a verb, the word on which the verb acts is the object of the sentence. So the noun, same noun, could be subject, it could be object. Let us try to do that. Suppose I write a sentence, computers are very helpful. In this sentence, we are using computers as the subject. So we call it as a nominative case. But I was working on my computer. Here, the subject is I, but computer becomes here an object. So it is in the objective case. Does everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
Ranjit
Yes,
Das?
Yes, sir.
Sir, in the previous sentence, there is book. Sir, here book acts as a subject.
Yes. The actual sentence could be rewritten like a book is there. Understand?
Yes.
I can write the sentence also as, sorry, I forgot to put the article. There is a book. I can also write it like a book is there. Okay. Okay. So there is a place adverb here. So to know the subject, if nominative or not, you ask the question who? कौन कर रहा है? या फिर what, क्या है. There is a book. क्या है? Book है. I am reading the book. कौन पढ़ रहा है? I, subject. So, to know the accusative, we need to ask whom. मतलब किससे या फिर what. मतलब to what. Right? I am sending him a letter. Object क्या है?
मैं उसको
Correct. पूछो किसको? To whom? Him. So him is the object. क्या? Letter. Letter is the object. So these are two cases, nominative, objective. Apart from that, the other forms of noun cases could be dative and vocative. I will tell you what is a dative case. So what is a dative case? In case of a dative case, we use a ditransitive structure. What is a ditransitive structure? हिंदी में इसको कहते हैं ओडियारी कुहंती, हिंदी में कहते हैं द्विकर्मक क्रियाएं. When any kriya, any verb has two objects, we call it as ditransitive structure. Example.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, my phone has
Low battery.
5% battery.
I understand. Next time keep your phone charged, or you can put it also, right? And have a pillow with you. Pillow, because if the phone blasts, you can save your face. Just kidding, okay? You can leave the class. Goodbye. Example. He gifted me a... He gifted me a pair of chappals. Now, I want somebody to volunteer here. Not volunteer, I'll force somebody. Ranveer, what's the subject in this case? What is the nominative case here?
Pair of chappals. A gift for me, pair of chappals.
The subjective case here is a pronoun that is he. This is nominative or subjective. Subjective means used as a subject. And what is the verb?
Gifted.
The gifted.
And there are two objects here. One is me, another is a pair of chappals. Now, if you mark, one verb that is gifted is affecting two nouns. एक ही verb दो noun को affect कर रहा है. One is me, another is like gift किया, किससे किया? मुझे किया. क्या किया? Pair of chappals किया. So when one verb affects two objects, we call it as a ditransitive structure. Everybody clear up to now? Can you give me another example in this pattern?
He brought me a pair of shoes.
He bought me a dress. Suppose. Now here, what is the verb? Bought. What are the objects? Me and dress.
Address.
Now, in this dative, in this type of structures, there will be two objects, out of which one is called as direct object, another is called as an indirect object. One is called as a direct object, another is called as indirect object. So what is a direct object? How do you identify? Out of the two objects, bolo.
Sir, to identify whether the object is direct or indirect, sir, the direct object it will be non-living and the indirect object will be living.
That's correct. Generally, the direct object is generally, not always, okay? It is non-living in nature, while the indirect object is living. So now, me is the indirect object and dress is the direct object. So such cases are called as dative cases.
So also we can find a verb which is nearer to this verb.
That could be one more test also, but sometimes people write it in a wrong way. For example, she bought a dress for me.
For
So that's one, people should be careful about what's a prepositional object. So don't try to poke. Let's continue. Direct object and indirect object, I hope it is clear. Here are some more examples given. I bought Rama a ball. I bought a ball for Rama. Both of them have the same meaning. Now, then we have another type of case which is called as vocative case. What is a vocative case? Here, it is about call-outs. Call-outs to someone. किसी को बुलाना. जैसे Ram, stand here. So stand here is what type of sentence? Imperative, because it's an order. But when I use the word Ram with exclamation mark or Ram with a comma, it is vocative case because we are calling out somebody. Clear? Everybody clear with this? Another case which we use for the noun is called as possessive case. It's also called a genitive case. Possessive case matlab Ramas. It talks about whose. Shakespeare's, mothers, presidents. Shakespeare's plays, mother's love, president's speech, Mr. Agrawal's house, Ashok's school, a children's playground. Got this. What do you mean by a children's playground? Devachala, I'll answer your question. Got this. What do you mean by children's playground? A children's playground. Got this.
a playground which is meant for children.
A playground which is meant for children. So why are we putting A there? It is children, no?
It is children, but it is the ground is one.
Here the article A is not defining children. It is defining the playground. Devachana, what's your doubt?
Sir, in vocative case, is it always necessary to use imperative sentence?
No, you can use it in others, but it should be call out pattern. Okay. Generally, it could be also in exclamatory. Doesn't matter. Okay, I hope it's understood.
Yes.
Now, a mistake that generally people do when it comes to a genitive case or possessive case. Suppose I wrote like this. My table's legs are broken. Silent. This sentence is wrong. My table's legs are broken. This is a wrong sentence. Because you use possessive case with things which can actually possess. That means living things. So you can say, my legs are broken. My friend's apostrophe S legs are broken. But don't say my table's legs are broken. You should say, the legs of my table are broken. So this is a wrong way of writing. Correction would be, one good thing about Devachana is that she has always a habit of noting down. Very good. Keep it up. So the legs of my table are broken. I think it's yours. No, maybe. The legs of my table are broken. So in this way, you take care of the possessive case. The boy's book, the king's crown, etc. Now here are some special things that you probably should learn. And this is also where people make mistake. Look at this. For goodness sake, apostrophe kahan pe baitha? Apostrophe kahan pe baitha? For goodness sake. Sorry. Oh, sorry, my mistake. It's not showing. For goodness sake, okay? इसका मतलब क्या है? What's the meaning of this phrase? For goodness sake मतलब कृपया करके अच्छाई के लिए. For goodness sake, tell truth. अच्छाई के लिए सच बोल. ठीक है? तो यहां पे एपोस्ट्रोफी कहां बैठ रहा है? एस के बाद क्यों बैठा? इसलिए बैठा क्योंकि यहां पे द एंड साउंड इज स, द लास्ट साउंड इज स. अगर तुम यहां पे इस तरह लिखते, इट विल बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू प्रोनाउंस. पढ़ो. फॉर गुडनेस sake. Well, that's why we don't write in that way. So all the words, for example, for Jesus' sake, apostrophe and sake, right? So here we should put S only. The rule is that the last sound should be of sir. The last sound should be of sir. Now, going further, look, the king of Bhutan's visit. The king of Bhutan's visit. Don't say the Bhutan king's visit. Why?
King of Bhutan.
Bhutan is a noun. It is not the adjective form. What is the adjective form? Bhutti. If you are using Bhutti, then it's fine. Or Bhutanese, that's also correct. That's okay. I hope it is understood. Now, the Prime Minister of Mauritius speech. Here, you said, sir, you told a rule that if it is ending with S, we should not put apostrophe S. But Mauritius is how we pronounce it. The French word is Mauritius. Mauritius. Last sir is not pronounced there. That's why S is allowed. It's a French colony. It was a French colony. I hope you know that. Look at the word men's club, children's books, boys' school. Acha, here boys' school. First is boys, then apostrophe. Why? लड़कों का विद्यालय. Girls की. So I study in, suppose you write, I study in St. Joseph. Now how people write? I write it, I study in St. Joseph. Girls school. इसका मतलब है एक लड़की है जिसका नाम है सेंट जोसेफ और उसके स्कूल में, मतलब वो जो स्कूल बनाई है उसके स्कूल में मैं पढ़ती हूँ. गलत गया ना मीनिंग? ये जो स्कूल है ये लड़कियों का स्कूल है. सो हियर देयर शुड बी apostrophe. सेंट जोसेफ और जोसेफ्स. सेंट जोसेफ्स गर्ल्स स्कूल, मतलब जिस गर्ल्स स्कूल को सेंट जोसेफ ने एस्टैब्लिश किया था, राइट, वहां पे मैं पढ़ती हूँ whatever. ठीक है? This is how you should correctly write that. Similarly, now going to some more. That is Tagore the poet's house. This is very clear. You can use it with a noun. Kind. Karim and Salim's bakery. You learn this rule here. What is Karim and Salim's bakery? Now both of them have one bakery. Karim एक भाई है, सलीम एक भाई है, दोनों की एक बेकरी है. ठीक है? But what do we write? एक फेमस बेकरी शॉप है कटक में, Patel Bakery. Actually, it should not be Patel Bakery because there cannot be one Patel. If he's dead, he is dead. You can say Patel's Bakery. मतलब पटेल फैमिली की ये बेकरी है. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? विलियम एंड मैरीज रीन, देखो विलियम के पास एपोस्ट्रोफी नहीं बैठा क्योंकि विलियम और मैरी दोनों मिलकर रूल कर रहे थे, ठीक है। एपोस्ट्रोफी इज एन इंपॉर्टेंट पीस ऑफ पंक्चुएशन, इट चेंजेस द मीनिंग। राजा राउस एंड आर के नारायण नोबल, अच्छा यहाँ पे बताओ कि यहाँ पे दो एपोस्ट्रोफी क्यों बैठा? क्योंकि राजा राव एक ऑथर है, आर के नारायण एक ऑथर है, दोनों भाई नहीं है, एक साथ नहीं लिखते थे, अलग अलग जगह पर लिखते थे। सो दैट्स व्हाई टू एपोस्ट्रोफी। Goldsmith's and Cowper's poems. Goldsmith was a poet, Cowper was a poet. We are talking about two different poets. When two proper nouns come together for one purpose, then we use one apostrophe. समझ में आया आपको? करीम और सलीम दो अलग अलग लोग हैं लेकिन एक ही बेकरी को चला रहे हैं, so one apostrophe is enough. ठीक है, जैसे बापो पुओ दुकान, right? So that means two people are running one business. And I told you about this rule. Don't say the table's leg, the book's cover. You should say the cover of the book. But we so much use this in our day-to-day life that we never care for it. Sir, my book's cover is torn. Right? Sir, my roof ceiling is leaking. We use like that. Try to practice it. The ceiling of the roof, the cover of my book. Now, some possessive use names personified, like India's heroes, nature's law. Acha, what is the difference between N capital and N small? Nature, N capital, and nature, N small, are the same. What's the difference?
Nature is N capital is the mother of origin, and small is the behavior.
N small is character, N capital is environment, earth. That's the difference. So nature's law, matlab prakriti, yahan pe you are talking about not the character within you, we are talking about the earth as it is. Okay, so this much for today. Actually, I am about to come to the end of the class. Some errors people write when they write these notices and letters, like when you talk about a time period, मुझे एक हफ्ते की छुट्टी चाहिए, a week's holiday, a year's time, a day's march, a stone's throw. A stone's throw मतलब very close distance, पत्थर फेंकने से गिर जाएगा, that's what. A foot's length, ठीक है। At his fingers ends, देखो यहाँ पे fingers बैठा तो फिर ends बैठा। At his fingers ends matlab all the fingers. Okay, now that's it already. We have discussed rest, everything is clean. So now we're completing this part, nouns in the case. You go through the book. I think all of you have got the book. Still, if you have got any doubts, you can ask, and please complete the exercise that is going to follow on the basis of nouns. I'm going to send you not a very big exercise, a small one that will be making you work on nouns. Okay, just do that and we'll discuss in the next class. But too much of words, because nouns are like that. Nouns are too many words. In dictionary, you have highest number of nouns. Then you have the next highest, that is verb. Then you have adjectives and adverbs and let's say like that. Chalo, have a good time, Ranveer, Udiran, and Devachana.